All right, time now for a special report. Now, T20 leagues, of course, are mushrooming all over the world. There's no doubt that there is a lot of demand for the slam bang version of the game. There's absolutely no doubt that there is a lot of money to be made as well. And a lot of international cricketers, of course, are attracted to these leagues. Now, while the home boards are all very happy, the question that some are asking is, are these leagues really killing international cricket slowly? Kevin Pietersen, for one, firmly believes that.
Music, entertainment, cheerleaders, big sponsors and the world's best cricketers. That's the recipe for any successful T20 league in the world. And going by fan response, more and more countries are realizing that this is perhaps the future. South Africa have become the latest to hop onto the franchise-based T20 league caravan. The T20 Global League that has been launched will have 8 teams. In fact, 2 IPL team owners in Shah Rukh Khan and construction giants GMR have bought 2 of the teams. The trump card, of course, will be the star players the league can attract.
Brendan McCullum and Chris Gayle is always a big draw card when it comes to a big attraction when it comes to T20 cricket. But yeah, I think obviously AB de Villiers as well. I think he's made a huge impact as far as the Indian audience is concerned.
South Africa has now joined the rest of the cricketing world. Countries like India and Australia run very successful T20 franchise-based leagues. The Big Bash, in fact, is 6th on the list of most attended sports leagues in the world. The leagues in West Indies and Pakistan are also picking up. While the global interest in ODIs has been dwindling steadily, some feel even Test cricket won't survive the onslaught of the T20 leagues.
The major Test rivalries, the Ashes, Pakistan versus India, the South Africa versus England, I think those will really stay and they'll stand the test of time. But all the other ones, I'm afraid to say, I don't think will be in existence in the next 5 to 10 years. It'll just be franchise T20s. And that's where it is. Everyone's fast-paced and people will shoot me down for saying it, but watch, I said a lot of things in my life.
The rise of the T20 leagues has also bred a new generation of cricketers, the T20 freelancers, who play only in T20 leagues across the world. A prime example, of course, is Chris Gayle. How long before other big stars follow in his footsteps? While T20 leagues are throwing up new talent, will we see the international calendar becoming shorter in the years to come? Interestingly, former England captain Ian Botham had sounded a warning about the effect T20 leagues will have in 2014 in the context of the IPL.
I'm worried about the IPL. In fact, I fear it shouldn't be there at all, as it is changing the priorities of world cricket. Players are slaves to it. Administrators bow to it.
While T20 leagues are great entertainment, the powers that be have to ensure that the future of international cricket is not threatened.
All right, let's